Here. Now I would request the candidates for President-elect, Dr. Naseem Shekhani and Dr. Rizwan Khalid to the stage, please. So we have 20 minutes to conclude, which is plenty of time. Again, each of the two candidates, the presidential candidates would have 3 minutes each. What we would like them to do is to tell us who they are, what is their association with APPNA, and what is their vision for APPNA. In 3 minutes, we will start with Dr. Rizwan Khalid.
Assalamu alaikum, dear APPNA members. Thank you very much, Dr. Farooq Mirza and the moderators of this debate. My name is Dr. Rizwan Khalid. I'm your secretary for this year. I'm a graduate of the Aga Khan University from 1999. I'm an interventional cardiologist, a cardiac electrophysiologist, and senior cardiology faculty at Kansas City University. And I am standing for president-elect this year. I have been part of this organization since 2004. I have chaired committees. I have co-chaired committees. I have been members of numerous other committees. My passion has always been Young Physician Committee, where I have mentored over 700 young physicians, probably more than that. I have done dozens of seminars either in the US or in Pakistan, and I do it every year. I have been part of the Social Welfare and Disaster Relief Committee. I was the core member of the Earthquake Committee that worked during the 2005 and the rehabilitation afterwards. And I've also been a very active member for promotion of research and academics in APPNA. As a secretary this year, apart from my responsibilities as a recording officer of the organization, I have worked tirelessly, and my team can tell you and attest to that, I have worked tirelessly for the issue of J1 visa refusals. We had a total of 34, and we were reported this afternoon, that we are down to 10. With our efforts, which included the Day on the Hill, legislators, advocacy with legislators, talking to the State Department, we went there ourselves, US Embassy, more than 85% of total J1s were actually able to get here on time. The number of refusals is less than 10, and we will continue to work till we get everybody into the US. I've also worked with the APPNA Merit Committee to develop a curriculum for cardiology. I have been supporting actively the Civic Engagement Committee and numerous other committees. I will not belabor the point. As a president-elect and as a president, my aims are a fewfold. First of all, we have to check ourselves and see where do we want to see ourselves in the next 10, 20 years. What will the next generation think about us? I want to make it a non-political organization. I despise divisiveness. I want to make it we call ourselves a professional organization. Maybe we should act like one. Also, I want to improve the academic footprint of this organization. I've been academic throughout my life, and I want to improve like board review courses. We can do much more. Increase the civic engagement and community empowerment in the US, and I will also appoint a woman leader as chair, co-chair, or advisor, one of these, in each and every committee.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Dr. Muratik.
Dr. Naseem Shekhani.
Thank you, everybody, especially Rizwan. I'm Naseem Shekhani, Dow graduate of 1982. I stand today with wholehearted humility to present myself as a candidate of APPNA 2018. Why I want to be a president? I think most of you know me, and I've worked in APPNA for a number of years, and I've been vocal participants in APPNA and all the activities of APPNA. My affiliation and services to APPNA and Pakistan community spans over 2 decades, inside and outside APPNA. I'm proud to be affiliated with the American Civil Liberties Union to promote fairness and justice to all. I'm proud to work with National Health Forum, which has raised hundreds and thousands of dollars to help the indigent population of Pakistan. But I'm not here to recite my CV or enumerate my contribution. My activism starts when I was a president of Students' Union Dow Medical College. I have never been afraid to speak the truth, or express my honest opinion in the corridors of power. APPNA is a leading representative organization of Pakistani descent physicians with unmatched depth of intellectual pool and unrealized potential for excellence and financial stability. We need to change with new times and maintain professionalism and decency. We need to keep changing as we need to have an organization which is vibrant. We have to work beyond our ego for betterment of APPNA more than ever. APPNA today needs leadership that can work with everybody. Everybody needs to be united. We have to work with difference of opinion and use the opinion differences for the strength of the organization. We have to build consensus and focus on unified goal. A leadership is driven not by ego, but the interests of the organization. A leadership that can bring civility and respect. If there's a difference, we need to work on those things. We need to groom and nurture our future leadership, not based on alumni or group basis, but on merit. We need to empower women and minority within APPNA and use energy and ideas to make APPNA stronger. We need to look into disenfranchised members and put them back into our folds. We need to attract physicians who are Pakistani descent but are American graduate and get into our folds. Our strength lies in unification to identify clear objective and channeling the full force of organization into the efforts to achieve successful results. No longer we can stay divided. Once again, I'll tell you, no longer we need to be divided. We need to have united front inside and outside APPNA. While I have my own ideas of APPNA, I will ask each and every member, if I elected, to give me suggestions and I'll work on it. And my cell phone or my office or my email is open all the time. You can contact me anywhere you want, anywhere you want. As a candidate of APPNA 2018, I pledge to work together for the betterment of APPNA and Pakistan American community. I will try my best to unify APPNA. I hope my record of services and commitment to APPNA and Pakistan American community will earn your trust and you will help me get elected and get the common goals and aspiration. Thank you very much. Long live APPNA, long live Pakistan.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhani. Just hold your applause, please.
Please hold your applause and give candidates the opportunity to talk to you and let the other people listen what they want to say. Next session is our question and answers. First question is from Dr. Shekhani. As most of the APPNA members and the APPNA leadership is concerned about the decreasing membership of this organization, especially when we have the visa issues and more physicians from Pakistan are not able to come to establish themselves in America. What is your strategy to improve the membership, especially to involve the North American medical graduates, which is the biggest and the most vibrant, can be vibrant community in APPNA? How do you please share your vision with us. How are you going to include them and improve the membership of APPNA?
It is very simple. I'll tell you, since this 2-year deal has started going on for the last 3-4 years, the membership at that time was 3,300. And then it decreased. Every year it is decreasing 150. I looked at it, I'll tell you about Dow. There were 224 members who were members in 2016 and 15. And then we have seen that they have decreased. So we look at the list, I call them, and there are only 150 of them which are renewing the membership. So the one thing I would suggest, and I will recommend, and I will try to pass in the EC, is to bring back to 1-year membership and they can vote. Voting makes a difference in how much we are getting. Second thing you asked me about what we can do for the American graduates who are here. My goal is the simple. We have to keep it simple and we have to keep it straight. We need to cater to their needs. If we cannot cater to their needs, then we cannot get those young physicians. My daughter and my son are here. They'll say, "Halla gulla hota hai, hangama hota hai, fashion show hota hai." So the bottom line is that we need to give them what they want. And my thing is that they want more education. They want more decency. We don't need a police hanging around here. We don't want these things. And the more decent we are, the more professional we are, the better it is, and it is better for all, and we show a good face, they will come. That's what I feel.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhani. Please hold your applause till the end.
Excuse us. Please go ahead.
Dr. Khalid, I have the same question for you. What is your vision to improve the number of membership for APPNA, especially involving the American medical graduates of Pakistani descent?
It's an excellent question. And I'll be very honest over here. It is the kind of impression that we give outside. If anybody was attending the council meeting and the kind of impression we give it outside, why will members become part of APPNA? You know, I brought so many council members who've never been to council meetings, and I brought them in. As an AQ graduate, and I feel the same disenfranchisement that we have felt always, and I feel for NAMA graduates as well. We are all in the same boat. Whenever we give ourselves the impression of divisiveness and our senior members don't behave, how can we expect others to come into this organization? First, we have to get our act together. We call ourselves a professional organization. We should start acting like one. Number two, we are large enough now. You know, we are over 3,000 members. Why can't we have parallel programs? We should not be the ones asking. You should not be asking us what NAMA graduates need. We should be asking them what they need from us. And then we should create programs that they are interested in. We can have, for our usual membership, we can have programs, and then we can have programs that cater specifically to NAMA graduates. And I've spoken to a number of them. They are interested in more academics, more philosophical discussions, and we need to bring those kind of speakers in and have their own programs. And that is how we will be able to include them in. It is very important that we remove this sense of disenfranchisement in North American graduates, but we have to start with ourselves first. We should be good role models first. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question, I'll put it to Dr. Rizwan Khalid. There has to be a long-term strategy for improvement in the functioning of the organization, including the finances. What is your vision for that?
Absolutely. Long-term planning is very important, and I believe that financial strength is the single important point that will guarantee a future for us. And one of them, we cannot depend on meetings anymore. And I think that has been spoken as well. We cannot depend on meetings revenues. We cannot depend on membership revenues anymore. We need to look outside the box and look at financial support from outside organizations and have a very healthy endowment. That is one other thing that we lack in APPNA, is we don't even have a significant amount of endowment. There's no educational endowment. We should create a strong endowment that also takes care of our future financial strength. We cannot depend on membership revenues and meetings revenues anymore. This year, we brought in an outside company. I'm not going to take credit for that. I did not, but I supported it. We were able to get a big sponsorship from an outside company with a proper MOU. We have to do that with proper MOU. That is the way to go to the future.
Thank you. Same question to you, Dr. Shekhani.
I'll keep it again, I'll say that as far as APPNA is concerned, I'm the one who chaired the APPNA Foundation and make it a reality. And it is a 501c3 organization which was established with the unification of every member participating in it. And I'll tell you, since I've started coming into APPNA in 2002, this was the first thing where it was a bipartisan. Everybody agreed that APPNA Foundation is needed, and I was given an opportunity to be the chair and first executive director of that organization. Secondly, as far as the money and the finances are concerned, I feel that we have so many free clinics, and I would suggest, and I know that with the grant money and other things, we can change into federally funded clinics. And my goal is, if I get elected, I will try my best to get grants for each and every clinic so they can work independently and we are not working behind the desk and pitching in $1,000 a year or $1,000 a month or whatever it is. So the goal is to get money from the outside sources. Secondly is that we are not for sale. So we need to make sure that we get funding from somebody. They are not buying our membership. They are not indulging. They are not doing immoral things. And that is what we need, is to get more federally funded clinics so we can have better
Thank you,
financial stability.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhani. Just a brief follow-up question for both of you. Dr. Shekhani, you first. All of us belong to various professional organizations where the operational expenses are met by membership dues. The operational expenses of APPNA right now at about $250,000. For us to be effective, most organizations our size have an operational budget of around $1 million. How do you expect to meet that?
Basically, again, I would suggest that, first of all, you need to have a program where the membership will be interested. Like today, we had a consultation from, there was a guy came from API, and he suggested that we need to increase our membership. So one of the things that we are at maybe 20%. So if we increase the membership to a 30%, we will do better in annual membership and lifetime membership. And that is what we need. We need a financial stability. There are other things which we can do, like running the clinics, and federally funded clinics will bear some weight and give stability to financial stability. And again, the endowment is the key, and I will promote endowment as much as I can. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Rizwan Khalid.
Can you please repeat the question?
The operational funding of major professional organizations is funded by the membership dues, not by assets which are spent elsewhere. How do you propose APPNA should address that issue?
So this is another issue that whenever we created the lifetime dues, and then we don't have a lot of annual membership. In all the professional organizations that I'm part of, there is no category of lifetime members. And we actually pay, what, $500, $600, $700 per year. But then what does that professional organization gives us? That is the reason we become part of that organization. We created this lifetime membership elite group and and all of that money goes to a fixed, which is not used for our day-to-day spending. We need to improve annual membership. The other thing we have to recognize, look at every organization. The percentage membership number is never above a particular percentage. We can never have 100% membership. AMA only has 20% membership. American College of Cardiology is 30-40% of all the cardiologists in the US. So there is an upper limit. The other thing is we need to reduce cost. We keep on talking about that, we need to improve the revenue coming in. Yes, but we need to decrease the expenses. Has anybody even looked at the amount of money that we spend, the extravagance? These expenses need to cut down as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rizwan.
Thank you. Next question is from Dr. Rizwan Khalid. Right now, Pakistani Americans, amongst many other Americans, are facing numerous challenges. The biggest challenge, APPNA has recently seen that mostly physicians cannot come from Pakistan for training due to difficulties in their visa processing, which is a significant problem for APPNA, as if we cannot get more physicians from Pakistan, this organization eventually may not sustain or survive. What is your vision to address these challenges? 2 minutes, please.
So the question basically is, Pakistani American residents coming from Pakistan, and how can we address the difficulties that we face? There's no question that the audience should have, the audience should know my contributions in the last 14 years or so with the Young Physician Committee. I have been advocating for J1 visas and H1 administrative processing throughout my last 14 years. I think we have to develop a long-term relationship with our legislators, bipartisan relationship with Republicans and Democrats. You cannot look at it in an yearly fashion. We wake up January 1st, something happens, and then it's a knee-jerk reaction. We need to develop an approach, a bipartisan approach with partners with the legislators and the State Department to address this issue. This year, we were able to have a multi-pronged approach. We did not just contact the US Embassy or State Department. We energized our membership. They helped us. Each and every congressman was called. Program directors were called. The State Department, we ourselves went there. We called US Embassy and spoke to the ambassador, and Sajid and I were actually waiting on a short notice to travel to Islamabad, if required, to meet with the Consul General. We need to partner with each and every organization or government agency that deals with this. It has to be a multi-pronged approach.
Thank you. Dr. Shekhani, I have the same question for you. 2 minutes, please.
Basically, this is not new that the visas are rejected off and on. The question is what you have done proactively. If I get elected, I will not start in January. I'll start in November. I'll start in October. So we'll start early, and that's what you need. The second thing is about the money. The people who are running the Southeast Asia desk, or people who are in State Department or Chief of Southeast Asia desk, from Senate and Congress, we have to do fundraising for them. And we have seen that we have done fundraising with different congressmen and senators, and it has paid us. So we have worked with Jim Talent. We have worked before with other congressmen. We have worked with Senator Casey. I have personally talked to Casey. I have worked with Vice President Joe Biden and when he was a senator, and we looked into these things, and the goal is to put the money. Where the money is, the thing will go flow. No matter what happens, this is what we need. We need to do more fundraising for these congressmen and legislature. So that is how it works. We have to smooth it. We have to grease it. And that's what we need. So my thing is that you need to put money where our mouth is. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhani. We thank you for giving us an excellent look into your candidacy. And now, at the end, I will request that you give your concluding remarks, not more than 1 minute. And Dr. Shekhani, you go first, please.
Thank you very much. My main goal is to unify APPNA. There are different people, different ideas, different groups, and the goal is to unify everybody at one level and unify everybody at one program. There are many times where people will have difference of opinion. I may have 90% of the opinions one way, the other person have 90% opinion another way. The goal is to bring everybody together and unify everybody. The goal is that I will not get what I want, you will not get what you want. But the goal is to get what we want. We have to work together. We have to do things for our organization, not individual, no egos, just work, put your head down and go for it and unify APPNA at all levels. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shekhani. Please hold your applause. Dr. Rizwan Khalid, you have 1 minute for your concluding remarks.
Thank you very much. It is strange sometimes when we look at, I joined in 2004, and I look at the last 13, 14 years, when the persons that were most associated with divisiveness in this organization and wheeling and dealing, when they start preaching about unity. I hope that happens, but that is not usually, past records usually do not change. There's a clear distinction in candidates this year. I am non-political, I'm very professional. I never change my stance from one day to other. I'm trustworthy, and I'm the true voice for change. If you're happy with the way APPNA is running, and you're happy with the status quo, I'm not the candidate. You have better candidates than to support. And I say that without any fear of contradiction. Don't vote for me if this is the way you want APPNA to run. Vote for me if you need a fresh perspective, you need dynamic, young leadership in this organization.
Thank you, Dr. Khalid.
Please vote for Rizwan Khalid for president. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Shekhani, Dr. Rizwan Khalid. You both have been great to give us your vision and your plan for the next year and for your candidacy. We appreciate all of you for being here and listening to these candidates. Thank you very much.
Thank you.